Dynamax Shuckle is now in Pokemon Go, and for those of us who may be crudely unaware, Dynamax Shuckle actually, I think, may even have the highest defense stat in the game. Pokegenie's showing a defense stat of 396, and when you compare this to the likes of Zamazenta in the shield form, Zamazenta's defense stat is 292. Now, Shuckle's defense stat being as high as it is could actually pose some challenges to being able to take this down by yourself. If you've ever tried to take Shuckle on in a T3 raid battle, I'm almost going to make a bet right here and now that you weren't able to complete that. So what I want to do really quickly for this video is go up against Shuckle 3 times with 3 counters. The first of our battles which we'll be trying today will be using a level 40 Dynamax Inteleon with 2 Blissies as tanks. So here we go, we're starting the battle and we're going to switch straight into one of our Blissies, as well as having the highest defense stat in the game. Shuckle in turn also has the absolute lowest attack stat, so you could almost imagine that it's going to be dealing next to no damage at all to us at the same time as we're basically dealing next to no damage to it. I probably should have used a level 40 Blissey, seeing as I've got level 40 Inteleon. That's alright, we get the right idea. So we have now Dynamaxed Inteleon. Let's see how much damage it does. Max Geyser. Oh, that actually does quite a bit. 1, 2, and 3. Well, let's see how much damage Inteleon takes from a Gyro Ball. Could almost just leave Inteleon in there throughout the whole battle. That's 2 Gyro Balls, 3 Gyro Balls. This is starting to sound like it's a tank test. Second round of Dynamax. This is the 4th Max Geyser. 5th Max Geyser, and we're already in the yellow, so we may get this down with one more max phase, which really isn't that bad. I did think we were going to have some trouble with this. Let's just use a couple of charge moves and see how much damage that does. Yeah, it's not too bad. I have to admit, I did think that they'll make this a lot harder than it actually is, just given the struggles that I've seen, or even I've had, with trying to take on Shuckle solo in a T3 raid battle. This is the 3rd Dynamax phase, and we may get in with 2 more. 1 and 2. Okay, well that wasn't bad at all. I'll even leave Blissey behind. With its attack stat being as low as it is, you're absolutely not going to be needing any sort of tanks whatsoever against Shuckle. Does it shine? It does not. And that's Dynamax Shuckle in the game. We need to go and find 2 more, because at this point I'd like to see which one's going to take it down faster. A level 50 Gigantamax Inteleon or a level 50 Shundo Zacian. Just around the corner and we're at the next one, but because I'm genuinely curious as to which of these is going to be faster down to the 2nd, I'm also going to be running this floating stopwatch. Let's switch in Inteleon. And for the other 2, let's just go for Rookidee and a Wooloo. Just started the stopwatch, and we're now in there with Gigantamax Inteleon. So Shuckle only has 3 weaknesses, being a rock and a bug type. The 3 weaknesses being water, while I'm using Inteleon. Steel type, which we also do have Metagross as well as another counter if you wish to use that. And the 3rd weakness that Shuckle has is against rock types. Where do I want to put the stopwatch? I'll just chuck it there. Okay, now 3 max moves. Here's one. Yeah, does quite a bit more. We might actually get into the yellow after the 3rd max attack. Yeah, there you go. Wow. It's kind of nice knowing that they're actually not as hard as I thought they might be. I'm kind of curious now. If I swap in Rookidee to take that next Rock Blast, yeah, that's how much damage a Rock Blast does to a not even powered up Rookidee. Oh, there's a Stone Edge. Oh, Stone Edge did some visible damage. We're not even going to make it to the next move before I get a chance to put on Rookidee against the Stone Edge. But dare I say it, I think this battle will be over after these 3 Hydro Snipes. There's 1, 2, and stop the clock when the damage is taken. There we go, 3. 2 minutes and 34 seconds for a level 50 Gigantamax Inteleon to beat a Shuckle. Wow, can we get a shiny on the 2nd one? No, we can't. 214's a lot higher than the last one was though. The Hundo CP for Shuckle is going to be 231 if you're after it. Just need to find more and see if Zacian can take it down any faster. Okay, we are now at the third battle. We're using a level 50 Hundo Zacian in the first slot, and then because I'm curious, we're going to bring Rookity back in, and because I also did it in the previous battle, which might have cost a little bit of time towards Gigantamax and Inteleon's score, so I'd like to see how much damage that Rookity actually takes from one of Shuckle's attacks. Okay, so it's got Rock Blast as a large attack, which is doing nothing to Zacian. Shuckle used Rock Blast. Again, that's 2 Rock Blasts. Got a third one coming in. We're still working on the max meter, about 75%, getting close to. Rightio. But check out the damage that it's already taken from Metal Claw. And we have now maxed. Question is, does 3 Behemoth Blades get us into the yellow? Oh yeah. That's after 2 and we're almost there already. Wow, throw a couple of charge moves. But the other thing that it has going for it as well, of course, Metal Claw's doing quite a bit of damage by itself. Ah, there's an attack incoming. Come on, Rookity, Rookity. Rookity, oh, that's how much damage Rookity took from Stone Edge. Almost got one shot, but not quite. Had that been dealt by anything else, that would have been gone for sure. Okay, now how close do we get? Behemoth Blade, 1 and 2. We're done. 2 minutes and 22.2 seconds compared to 2 minutes and 34. So interesting to see that we can't actually leave behind either the Zacian or the Zamazenta in the power spot. And can this one be shiny? No, 207. Okay, well, only because all of that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I want to do one more final battle, and that's going to be using this Dynamax Kingler. But I'm going to leave it at the level that I caught it at, straight out of the max battle, with a level 1 max geyser. Because the case might be, even with Shuckle's high as defense stat, it really may be a lot easier than I think a lot of us are expecting. For this last battle, I decided to come back and do from home. Now let's see how far we can get using a level 20 Kingler, which was just a Dynamax Krabby that I caught straight from a max battle. Evolved it. I haven't powered up any of the max moves, as you saw, and this one should have Metal Claw as well, so Shuckle just dealt a Rock Blast. We'll grab that energy. Attack incoming. Stone Edge. So far not doing too much damage to Kingler as we expected, but will be interesting to see what happens if this battle lasts long enough for Shuckle to actually get desperate. Attack incoming again. So how much damage is a level 20 Kingler going to deal through the max phase? This one has Metal Claw, so of course it's going to be using max Steel Spike. We do lose the stab bonus, but so far that's not doing too much difference damage wise. Well, I mean, in comparison to the level 40 Inteleon, that Stone Edge actually dealt some visible damage. Here's another Stone Edge incoming, dodged. Okay, still not doing too much. We're about 2 minutes into the battle now. Shuckle's actually dealing some damage. It will get us into the yellow health for sure. 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so we should get into yellow health on the 3rd round of Dynamax. Let's grab that energy. Now we're in the yellow. Okay, so pretty soon we'll need to actually start tanking with Blissey. Another large attack coming in. Rock Blast. Let's grab that energy. We should max before Stone Edge hits. Yeah, there we go. And we are about to come up on 4 minutes. And we're comfortably in yellow health on the Shuckle now. If that Stone Edge, yeah, that puts us in the red, so let's just bring in Blissey and start tanking with Blissey so we can preserve that Kingler as long as we can. Shuckle's barely dealing any damage at all to Blissey. Okay, Kingler coming in. Does this get us into the red? Oh no, we're not even close. We are. Okay, we're in the red. Yeah, no, we're going to be safe. But we are over 5 minutes now, so we should be seeing a message pretty soon to say that Shuckle will be getting desperate. We're at 5.5 minutes in the battle. Another Stone Edge. Now Shuckle is getting desperate. Oh yeah, we've just crossed the 6 minute mark. I'm just curious now. I want to see Shuckle just deals some hits to Chansey just to see how much more damage it actually deals when it's desperate. I'm being very careful not to collect that next charge. Okay, now Shuckle's attacks are getting stronger. Attack incoming, Stone Edge on Blissey. Oh yeah, that right there looks like the extent of damage that Shuckle's going to be able to deal. Now I'm purely just curious if the attacks get even stronger over time. I'm just sitting here teetering on the edge of that max meter, just purely out of curiosity, just wanting to see how hard Shuckle's going to hit when it's desperate. Here comes another one. Yeah, no, let's max it now. Okay, well, is this going to be enough to take down Shuckle? 1, 2, 3. Not quite, but hold on, let's just bring Blissey back again. Just get a few more attacks in. We actually finished that off with Blissey. End assessment is Shuckle really is a whole lot easier than I think everyone was expecting it to be. Catch yourself a Dynamax Krabby, evolve it into Kingler. Use one of the Chanties that you've caught from a max battle and you're away laughing. Good luck on the shiny hunt, and we'll see you in the next one. But that's alright. Hush.